The MacVoices update for July 2024. This is MacVoices. Welcome to MacVoices. This is the talk of the Apple community, and I'm Chuck Joyner. Folks, this is the July 2024 MacVoices update, where I update you with what's going on with MacVoices, some of the things that have happened, maybe some things that are going to happen, and just in general check in. July has been not only a hot month in most of the US and hopefully maybe not so hot where you are, it's also been very productive for MacVoices. We have kept up with all of our regular programming while still publishing the Road to Macstock series. And I've gotten a couple emails on that asking why things were doubled up a little bit this year. Well, it's simple. Some of the speaker lineup did not get lined up completely until a lot closer to the event. People's schedules, people just weren't available at times. I wasn't available at times. So we did have to pack it in just a little bit more tightly than I like to. I like to spread it out a little more. But I also wanted to make sure you heard from all the speakers that were going to Macstock. Now, a couple of the emails have said, I'm not going to Macstock, and so why should I care? Well, a couple reasons. First of all, you should have gone to Macstock. We had a great time. Second, these are all people who really do a lot of interesting things in the community in their own right, not just as a Macstock speaker. So at the very least, you should get a taste of what they're doing, what they're thinking, obviously what they presented at Macstock. And so I would encourage you, if you did miss any of those shows, go back and see who the folks are, see what they're talking about, maybe give a listen, and then do some follow-up on their particular podcasts or whatever projects they happen to be, because every one of our speakers had a lot of really interesting projects as well as what they were talking about at Macstock. Before we leave Macstock, I also want to make sure that you know that the digital pass is still available. Mike Potter will be releasing the sessions from Macstock on the Macstock website through the digital pass as soon as he can get them edited. And we all know how that is. That is a busy week for Mike, and then he needs a little downtime, and then he needs editing time. So you can expect to see those probably somewhere a little bit later in August, but by all means, check out the digital pass so that you have access to them as soon as they become available. Again, we had a lot of fun, but more importantly, there were a lot of terrific presentations. I came home with like 5 pages of notes from different sessions. The great thing about Macstock is not every session necessarily has to apply to everyone, but frankly, one of the reasons I didn't produce any content this year at Macstock, and I really had planned to, I had all my gear with me, is that I wanted to attend the sessions. I wanted to see what was being presented and take that 5 pages of notes. So again, MacstockConferenceandExpo.com, look up the digital pass, sign up, and start enjoying as soon as Mike gets those videos out. Second thing is a little bit of a scheduling update. Unfortunately, fortunately, I was going to take some time off. Unfortunately, then it got kind of combined with a business trip, so it's going to be a little more protracted than I had expected. So we already missed one MacVoices live show, or will, depending on when you listen to this, and we will then miss another and be back a little bit later in August. So watch the MacVoices feeds and everything. I'm sorry I didn't get to announce the first blackout date because things came together at the last minute. But we will be dark for 2 weeks and then coming back the week after that. So sorry about that, but sometimes the schedules just line up. And I've opted out of doing things from a hotel room where the internet connectivity is just spotty. It's frustrating for me. It's frustrating for the panelists. Probably is even frustrating for you as a listener because it just isn't the experience we like to deliver. So please bear with us. It's that time of year, and it seems like inevitably when you try to schedule some time off, something complicates it. Next on the agenda is something I want to tease you with for just a day as I record this. If you listen to this on the day it was released, then tomorrow there'll be something brand new in the MacVoices feed. I think you're going to enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. I know I've enjoyed the recording of the first session, and there will be more. That's all I'm going to say, except to go check it out. It's something along the lines of what I've done with Charlotte Henry, sort of a show within a show. I think you're going to find it interesting and enlightening. I know I already have, and that's what we're aiming for going forward. Also, again, a little bit of a tease later in August, and this has been coming for a while, and I have teased it a couple times, but we're on the cusp of something else new for MacVoices. So stay tuned with that, because hopefully it will add a whole new dimension to what we do here, and that you will enjoy it and can participate. Speaking of participating, we've had some folks sign up, new folks sign up for the MacVoices Discord. We have people on the MacVoices Slack. Those are both running concurrently. I'm not sure how long that will happen. We're going to see which one people like best and where the most conversations take place. It's interesting. The Slack people really prefer Slack. The Discord people really prefer Discord. So who knows? Maybe they'll both continue together. But the way you get access to both of those, it's not one or the other, it's both, is to become a patron of MacVoices on Patreon. So visit patreon.com/MacVoices and sign up to support the show, and then you get not only access to MacVoices After Dark, but also both the MacVoices Slack and the MacVoices Discord. And there are some plans in the work for at least one of those, maybe both, as we go forward to try to generate a little more conversation and deliver some things of interest or entertainment to you. So please come and be a part of it. With that, I think I've teased you enough. We will jump into the support report this month. And as I always do, I want to thank all of our patrons, past, present, and future, for their support of MacVoices. It really does help. Some of the improvements and changes we're trying to make, it's just simple. I mean, the services cost money. So I greatly, greatly appreciate everyone who helps me keep the lights on and keep improving MacVoices, because that's what I want to do. But I do want to ask a favor of you, if you could. Please tell someone else about MacVoices. Could be a user group member, could be a friend, could be someone who's not quite sure about this whole technology thing. We would love to welcome them into our family and help get them up to speed on what is going on in the Apple world and the larger tech world, especially with our MacVoices live discussions. So if you can give someone a referral, that would be greatly, greatly appreciated. If not, if you can write a review on iTunes, retweet some of our things on social media, that all helps. And I really, really appreciate it. So with that, we'll get to the support report. This month at Platinum, we had Marty J. At Gold, we had Webb B, David G, Robert G, and Tim G. At Silver, we had Baz, Cletus H, Craig A, Eric B, Fallen C, Brett C, Bruce E, John E, Barry M, Chuck P, Andrea S, and Daniel S. And at Bronze, we had Max C, Brian F, Craig H, Clinton M, John M, Patrick N, and Prop P. Again, as always, my sincerest thanks to everyone who supports us every month. It really, really does make a difference. So I'm going to go take a little time off. But you won't have to worry. There'll be plenty of MacVoices coming at you, because we're going to take this opportunity to not only spring some of those surprises on you, but also play a little bit of catch up with some of the MacVoices live sessions, and who knows what else. I will be back here next month. I hope you will be too. In the meantime, I will see you in the feeds. I'm Chuck Joyner. As always, thanks for watching. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page, and get more out of your Apple tech with MacVoices Magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices, or by making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you MacVoices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CacheFly at cachefly.com.